Kia ora, ni hao, and hello. Welcome to the Chiwi Journal podcast. I'm your host, Camille Yang. My guest today is Jay Yao. Jay is a recording and mixing engineer and a gamer. He was born in Malaysia and immigrated to America in his idol's year. Jay is currently the producer of one of my favorite podcasts, James Altucher Show. In today's episode, we talked about Chinese philosophy, famous festivals, four-character idioms, and podcast lessons Jay learned from James' 700 guests. I hope you enjoy today's episode.
Well, I also forgot. Do we do this in Mandarin or do we do
Oh,
this
we do English,
English?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I changed my focus. I'll produce more English content now.
Do you like English content more or do you like
I mean, I still write newsletter in Chinese, but since I live in English-speaking countries, so I think it's better for me to use my content to reach out to
right?
people. So
I'm curious. Which one do better? Is your Mandarin newsletter do better or is your English one do better?
because I start to write in Chinese 20 years ago, so I already have a follower base and a readers. So at the
Oh,
moment, Chinese content definitely doing better. So English one, I only start my newsletter May this year, and podcast only 1 month ago
the
or
English
2 months
podcast. Yeah,
ago.
because
Yeah,
the
yeah, English podcast. Yeah,
is a newsletter. Are they same content in different language or two different content?
two different
Oh,
contents. Yeah,
wow.
because I do find the differences between Chinese reader and English
What
readers.
are the
Yeah, for
differences?
my Chinese readers, they more interested in my life experience as a Chinese people living
Mm,
overseas. Like I live in New Zealand, live in the UK,
right.
now moved to Lisbon, Portugal. So they're very keen to know what I'm up to and what
Right.
tips I can give them as
Interesting.
a solo traveler.
Right.
Yeah, this kind of a lifestyle thing.
Right.
But for my English content, I want to focus more on culture observations
Oh,
between East and West and the philosophy.
that's very smart. I think you are right. I think if you do for the Chinese one, why it did so well is also like a lot of people can't really travel outside of China, or they don't want to travel out of where they were. So like they just want to read what other people are experiencing. Or maybe you are so outgoing because a lot of the most of the Chinese people, including me, we like to keep to ourselves. We don't really go out. I don't really go out social as much
Yes.
as other people to party and stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess like reading your blog is sort of the way they experience your lifestyle. And then you're right in a sense that like I think English speaking people are a little bit more curious
Mm.
about the difference culture,
Yeah.
the difference culture between like Chinese,
Mhm.
the Western and Eastern culture.
Yeah, I'll say
Yeah,
how I'm going. I'm currently attending a writing course by David Perel.
David Perel. Oh yeah, I think you
He's
told
on
him.
Twitter. He's quite active on
Yeah,
Twitter. The writing guy.
the ultimate guide to writing, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think one of the podcast episodes was with a rabbi. Yeah, Rabbi David Wolf.
Oh, James Altucher. He's a Jewish, right?
Yeah, he is
Yeah,
Jewish.
yeah,
I don't know if you
yeah.
can tell with the hair and and the nose. We make these jokes all the time.
Is a Brand Key Dr. Brand? Is he a
Don't
Jewish?
Brian kidding, he is Jewish as well. That's why like I enjoy
Yeah.
recording both of them recording it because they both talk about Jewish culture and Jewish wisdom all the time.
I love listening to those episodes. They're just like a friends chatting. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I felt like the podcast now is sort of involved in a way that like people just enjoy listen to other people talking about
yes.
nothing, just like Seinfeld,
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a companionship. Yeah, companionship.
It
You
is.
just play where you probably doing other stuff, then you listen to some interesting conversations.
Yeah, yeah, because
Yeah.
like if like documentary and stuff, then you have to sit down
Mm-hmm.
and listen to it or watch it. You can't really do other thing because you want to focus on what you want to learn,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Congrats on your podcast.
Thank you. Shall we start with how James adapt to you? On straight.
Yeah,
The
James.
story.
Yeah, James
Ye-
adopted me. Yeah. Wait. You want the fake story first, or you want the real story first?
No, no, no. We don't tell the listener which one is true. You tell two stories. Yeah, we'll let
So
them
this.
decide.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell two stories, and your listener, yeah, you let them decide. So, I'm Malaysian. I have to like build a raft and swim across the ocean to to New York. Sit on the street, and I'm lucky enough to be able to like get some money, back some money in front of James' apartment, and James look at me like, huh, this dude looks interesting. Maybe
Oh.
I can train it, like I can teach him English, and teach him some audio engineering, and then yeah, that way he adopted me and I became his engineer. He taught me all the English words. He taught me the Jewish culture. He also taught me how to record stuff. So there's one story, and then I work for him since.
Hmm.
Yeah, the other story is, so like I've been doing audio engineering for my pretty much my whole life. I started doing it since I was 18. I started in Malaysia. I interned in a studio and stuff, and then I realized, I kind of want to see what other country can offer. So I applied to a college in Florida called Full Sail University. Yeah, so I went there. I went for school because school is probably one of the easiest and best way for you to get into other country and get work.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I went to New Zealand as an exchange student first. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a 1 year program. So after I finish that 1 year program, then I apply for master degree. Then that's
Oh,
how
in
I
in
stayed.
in New Zealand?
Yeah, in New Zealand.
Oh,
That's how I
wait.
stayed.
So you don't have to go back to China
No,
before you
I can
apply?
apply there. Yeah, because I was
Oh,
already there. Then the student center from my university, they offer some guidelines, so I can just fill some
oh.
forms, submit my
Wait.
scores. Yeah.
How? What about the changing visa? You have to change
Yeah, I
the
need
the,
to
the
change
visa
visa.
status,
But
right?
once I got my acceptance letter from university for my master degree, then I'll apply for my student visa again. So it's different student visa.
But do you have to leave the country and come back, or
No,
no?
it's very
That's
easy. Yeah.
that's so easy in New Zealand. Not in the
Yeah.
state. I think in US you have to leave and come back. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I think
Doesn't make
yeah.
sense. Yeah.
It. I don't know. Yeah, because I think you have to get the visa stamp.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't have to go back to where you are. You just have to leave the country
Oh, I
and then come
see.
back in. So you can
Yeah.
go to like somewhere close, like maybe Canada, and come back,
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. But but yeah, so like being a student is the easiest way to open up the door for you in other countries. Yeah, so I came to Florida. I went there for school for a year, and then I had a friend in New York, so I moved to New York, and I started working in this studio called Sweet Sound Studio.
Mm-hmm.
How I met James is purely coincidence and some sort of luck. I was working in a studio. James, producer, booked a studio for the show with Steven Dubner. It's called Question of the Day. I don't know if you remember that. I don't know if you know
It's
about
like
that.
3 or 4 years
Yeah,
ago,
yeah, 3 or 4
maybe.
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe even
Uh-huh.
longer. Now it's 2021. So yeah, they booked a session there, and then I'm like, this is interesting. And then James somehow lived a block away from my studio, so he started booking my studio for, his personal podcast for the James Altucher Show. The first guest was Jesse Itzler. I don't know if you know Jesse Itzler. He came on like twice now.
Cool.
I told my studio manager, "Hey, I like these sessions. Can you keep booking me on it?"
Yeah.
So every time James contact us
Mm.
to book our sessions, I will be there to engineer his sessions. It started just a simple like recording sessions, and then it became like, "Hey, like I can take picture for you. I can just do whatever you guys need to because it will help with your social media." So I started taking picture for James for every guest. So we will record. We will come in, we chat a little bit, we will record, and then I will take a picture for James, like, hey, this is yours, and do everything. Like so, like sort of like over deliver a little bit. And then after that, my studio is closing because the boss doesn't want to do it anymore because it's really expensive
Yeah, I
to
can
maintain a
imagine.
studio.
Yeah, in New
Yeah, yeah,
York.
because especially in New York, yeah, the rent is about $35,000 sorry, yeah, $35,000 a month,
Oh, wow.
and you
Ooh.
can only yeah, and you can only charge maximum $120 an hour.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's unless your studio is fully booked 24/7, you can't really pay back the money. Yeah, it's too much money. So like they just like, yeah, cut it quit, and he found another passion. He wanted to be a photographer, so he moved on and became a photographer. And then I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna be out of job. But I like working for James, like it is very interesting. And then by the time I already record like up to 10 or 20 episodes with AJ Jacobs, a lot of different people with Jordan Harbinger and Jared Robbins, Tony Robinson.
Mhm.
And then I learned that, well, you can just ask, especially with AJ Jacob, all the thing he talk about is, just do experiment and
Yeah.
ask. So I'm like, okay, I have to start to keep my clients so that I can have work. And then I just asked James, and his producer. Then I'm like, well, you know what? I like working if you guys, I don't know if you guys like me. I can help you guys book studios. I know studios around New York City. I can help you guys book the studio, help you guys plan the studio and
Yeah.
schedule the studio, and then I would just take everything from there. Like you pay the studio, you still pay the studio, you didn't pay me, and then you just pay me differently. I don't make extra money off that, so like, I just make whatever I'm making then. And they're like, yeah, sure, I like working with you. We know, we have rapport. We'll work together before. So I started booking studio for him. And then one day, I think that's when James and my relationship with James got to another level. Is one day, I think someone messed up the session. That's not me. I think it's all the other. Yeah, I think it's the guest that messed up the sessions. And then James sent me a via email like, "Oh, Jay, what have you done?" Blah blah blah. I'm like, "What? What did I do?" And then the producer reached out to me, and James reached out to me at the same time. Like, "Yeah, I'm just joking." I'm like, "Yeah, I know you're joking." So and then I replied replied joking as well. And then
Yeah.
and then I think from that point on, James realized I can be around and joking around, and I'm totally fine. So that's when our relationship, went to the next step, and then and then we worked together more and more, and I give him more and more ideas in terms of like, rather than just normal engineering. I'm like, hey, I can take a picture, I can record the session, a part of the session for you for free, blah blah blah. So I do more and more things,
Yes.
and at some point, I'm like, well, you seems like a busy guy. If you need help scheduling, I'm doing nothing at home anyway. And then he and Steve Cohen, our old producer, recommended me to his other company to hire me as a personal assistant.
Ah, I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so at that point on, I'm like, so I'm also his personal assistant
Mhm.
and producer and engineer at the same
You are
time.
one man band with multiple
One man
tasks.
band.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to, because like, like if you really like your job, if you really like that person that you work with, you
Yeah.
want to go above and beyond. And also one of the reason I do this is also James helped me tremendously. He gave me job, a work when my studio is closed down. And one of the things that I really grateful for him is that I remember I used to date this girl on the other side of the country. Like it's like 8 hours away. And I'm like,
Mhm.
he asked me, oh, what am I? He asked me what I do for Christmas. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing anything for Christmas. My girlfriend's all the way there. It's far for me to go there. It's expensive anyway. And then he's like, you know what? Let me get you a Christmas gift. And then he just went online and bought me a plane ticket to
Oh,
fly and see my
wow. So
my then
generous.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, wait, you sure you don't have to do that? He's like, nah, it's fine. Yeah, you
Oh,
just go have fun. It's
so
Christmas time.
sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. James is very generous, like that. Like he always generous. Like if you need something, he realize you need something. He'll like, yeah, yeah, just do it. I'll cover you for it. Yeah. So he helped me a lot. In terms of like, it's just it's a gesture. Like when someone do something nice to you, you're like, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what it is. It could be as small as like, yeah, here's $5. Go buy a coffee, and then you will want to like work for them for life. And it's also James is not one of those employees like, yeah, only work for me. You can't work for anyone.
Mhm.
James will like, like sometimes when like Brian Keating, Brian needs something, James will be like, yeah, 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 ask James to do it. Like he will want me to do
Yeah.
multiple things and not just for him. Yeah, that's why I like working for James.
That's great. You must learn a lot from his guests because he got so many brilliant people. Is there any top three lessons you can remember and share with my listeners?
Okay, so my top three always change based on what's happening. So when I first started working in 2016 with James, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about self improvement. I don't know anything about. I'm an introvert. I don't know anything about making friends and stuff. So this is 2016 when I was like shy and just alone. I think my top three guests then. I don't think I have top three. I probably have top one then
Oh, okay.
or top two. One of the one that I remember the most is with AJ Jacobs.
Mm-hmm.
He came on and they talk about doing experiment. So rather than oh I don't want to do this, you just give it a try. Start doing this. So that one is great because I always afraid of doing stuff, doing things. I'm afraid of rejection. I'm sure everyone afraid of rejection.
Mm-hmm.
So that one ring true to me then because that episode led me to asking James like, "Hey, I can be this person for you. It's okay if you say no. I'll figure something out." And then I just asked, and then he's like, "Yeah, sure." And then it sort of kicked off my career with James. Since then, yeah. So
Impact your life.
it it,
Yeah.
it does
Mm-hmm.
impact my life. And then so that go from 2016 to 2017, and then at even to 2019 because I use it all the time. You always ask, always ask. They might say no, and then you move on. And then recently, because of all the political issues out there and how the world is right now, I'm more into how to talk to people and how to think for yourself. So rather than just go and reading headlines, I think
Mm,
I don't know if you listen to the episode. It's with Peter Boghossian.
maybe. Yeah.
So Peter, the one with Peter Boghossian is how to have impossible conversations.
Yeah. Okay. It's a recent one.
Yeah, it's very recent. It's maybe like 2 3 months ago. They talk about no one's want the fact, they just want to be right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. So like now I have to like have that in my brain every time I talk to in my mind, sorry, in my mind every time I talk to like people that I just met or people that really, really strongly believe in only one thing and not the other. So like, I can argue with them
Mm-hmm.
just stating the facts. I have to ask them to educate me why do they think that way, and then I have to learn the way they think, and then sort of just debate with them using their logic.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other episodes that I really like is the one with Joe Cohen, how to talk to strangers.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because we've been locked down for almost a year and a half, almost two
We
years.
lost the ability.
I know I lost the ability to talk to anyone. I
Yeah.
remember last year during the lockdown, I met someone in the park. We were walking dog. We walk our dog together at the same time, and he invited me over to his family to have a dinner. I went there. I know it's a husband and wife. I know the wife as well. I went there, and then the first thing before I went there, I'm like, do I need to bring anything? Do I have to prepare like 5 topics that we
Oh,
can
okay.
talk about? or when I'm there, like, do I have to take off my
Yeah.
shoe? Do I have to do small talks? Do I have to talk about the weather? Do I have to talk about the politics? That episode rang true to me because I sort of just lost all the muscle on like how to talk to
Yeah.
strangers, how to ask, even how to ask a girl for number. Like,
Yeah.
hey, give me your number. That's gonna be really creepy.
Yeah.
You have to sort of like bond it before bond. You have to sort of bond before you get the numbers or social media, because for the past year we've been in lockdown. The way we socialize, it's on social media,
Mm-hmm.
right?
True.
And everyone on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram are so angry.
Mm.
They're angry about everything all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that 2 episodes, how to talk to strangers and how to have impossible conversations, are
Yeah.
a couple of things that I learned from the guests. The reason why I didn't talk about entrepreneurs so much because every entrepreneur came on, they always have same message. It's like,
Yes.
oh, just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Believe in yourself. Just keep doing it. You have to like
Yeah,
let go all this thing
I
and keep
see.
doing it.
Yeah.
So those are not as interesting to me anymore.
Because I remember from last lockdown, March 2020,
Hmm.
because before James probably won't mention your name quite often,
No,
but
no.
ever since the lockdown, he always cue you in his episode or bring you to the
Yeah,
conversation. Yeah.
yeah. Because I'm probably one of the few person that he socialized anyway. So he
Okay.
bring me into
Oh,
it.
no wonder.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
who else can he bring in? I mean, he did bring him Robin, his wife.
Oh, yeah, his
Yeah,
wife. Yeah.
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 His
Yeah.
wife is great. They
Hmm.
always have such interesting conversations with his wife. And used to be Steve Cohen,
Hmm.
our former producer, but
Mm.
lockdown happened. We didn't do as much in person anymore, so yeah, the show changed directions and format. Like that's why like we don't have as much entrepreneur on anymore because we realize all the entrepreneur come on only have one message. Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
You can do this. Just keep doing it and you can do this. So now we are more interested in stories and conversations.
Yeah. I also noticed that you took James on your Twitch session. Is it
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah, that one was fun because like I mean even though he was an hour and a half late, I
Okay.
had to be on my
Yeah.
Twitch. I had to like do things and entertain people, but he still came on the last minute, not last minute after an
Hmm.
hour and a half. Yeah, that was fun because I always think that live stream is a thing now. People would
Mm.
love to watch live stream, or some people love to yeah because it's different when let's say if someone's watching us and in this conversation, it felt different. Like it's more interactive that way because they can say whatever they want.
Yeah. Immersive. Yeah. They're part
Yeah,
of
and more
it. Yeah.
immersive. Exactly, they're part of it. So I'm trying to convince James to do Twitch or live stream, um, but James isn't. I mean, it's not as technology inclined because you have to learn. You have to learn all the live stream technology because
Ah.
before you actually have to live stream. So yeah, I normally will spend an hour beforehand to make sure everything is set up. Like when I set up my scene and stuff, it took me 2 or 3 hours just to fine tune it.
Hmm.
Yeah, to yeah, that's why like if you go to not the gaming stream, the gaming stream is easy, but for all the
Hmm.
podcast stream, I have a banner running, I have things going
Yeah.
on in the back. Yeah, those take some time to design and to make it where I want it to be. I like this phrase, this word's called frictionless.
Frictionless.
So if
Yes.
you want to, yeah, if you want someone to do something or use something that you produce, make it as frictionless as possible.
Yeah. For sure.
It would be great if something that people can just click one button and come in and join. So that's why I'm like, well, I'm gonna make it as frictionless for you as possible. You just join Zoom and Squadcast. I will record it that way, and then I will handle all the other back end.
Ah, I
So
see.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's why he came onto my Twitch because I already have everything set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a fun one, and both of us think that it's really fun to do it that way. We will do more. Hopefully, we will do more.
Yeah, and you also
Yeah.
bought a Dr. Brand case into your Twitch.
I
Yeah,
know. I
yeah.
didn't bring him to my Twitch yet. He's busy right now, but I just want Dr. Brian Keating to have a Twitch channel. If Brian Keating is listening to this, please get your Twitch set up.
Yes.
It's easy. You just download the thing. You just click on go live, and you're live.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because it would be so much fun if you see Brian Keating. He's very good at interacting with the audience, right? You heard his clubhouse. You heard his yeah.
Yeah, and YouTube, yeah.
Yeah,
It's good. Yeah.
every 5 minutes you're like, if you just join, this is Dr. Brian Keating. We're talking about this, and then
Yeah.
he'll go back to the podcast. Like he's good at promoting and marketing and make sure people. He's good at call to actions.
Yeah, I
Yeah, let's
see.
put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, there's a ton of fun. So I'm trying to get Brian Keating, Miss Dr. Brian Keating, if you listen to this, please get your Twitch channel down. It's not that hard, and then you can just
Yeah, it's
start.
easy. Yeah, because I noticed that in China, the live streaming e-commerce is such a thing.
It's huge,
Yeah,
right? That's what I heard.
yeah. While you are watching live stream, you can just buy them.
Right.
I'm thinking if Dr. Brand is doing a live stream, he can sell his book.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay,
That's why.
listen and watch
Yeah.
and buy my. One click,
Yeah,
buy my new book.
yeah, yeah, frictionless. Just buy this book. Click here, buy this book. You should have your Twitch. You should have a Twitch too.
Hmm.
You know what other people do on Twitch is that like because you can live stream on your phone. So there are a lot of people do the travel live stream. Yeah,
Yes.
so they have the selfie stick,
Yeah.
and then
Uh-huh.
they just grab the phone, walk around, and then they have chat, and then you talk to the chat that way. You should do it.
Yeah, I used to be a gamer,
Oh, really?
so I remember back to probably high school. Yeah, I do a lot of because we got the like clubhouse technology 20 years ago in
Yep.
China.
Yep.
So we do it's a voice like Twitch
Right.
thing while playing games so we can interact with
What game do you
others.
play?
It's called a 梦幻西游. So it's like Journey to the West. I don't know if you heard
Oh,
about it. It's
yeah.
very
I
popular.
heard about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to play 金庸群侠传. I don't know
Yeah.
if you know that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's my
I used to
childhood
play that.
favorite
I know.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The very 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 old one is
Hmm.
like pixelated one. That
Yeah.
one. So I used to play that,
My
and
God.
then I used to play 风云. I don't know if you guys have it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
the
It's
first one.
such a popular.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah. They even made the TV
yeah,
show is so
yeah, it is
popular.
very
Yeah.
popular. And
Yeah.
then yeah, so that and then so I played 金庸群侠传, and they also have an online game called 金庸群侠传
Yeah.
online.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I got
Do you
it.
play
Yeah,
it?
they have a different series. Yeah, I played when I was in university and high
Right.
school, but ever since I start to work, I don't have time to
Yeah.
play. But now I only play Fantasy Premier League,
Oh,
which is a soccer
yeah.
game.
Well,
Yeah, we'll call it a
you
football
you make
game.
money
Yeah,
though. You make money. You
yeah,
have to bet. You make
yeah.
money off that.
Yeah, I joined a couple of leagues with friends,
Yeah.
and we bet
I
money
I can't
on.
I can never
Yeah,
get I can never get to the fantasy leagues, man. I can because it's like you have to look at the status, you have to look at the chart, you have to look at the
yeah,
numbers, you got to look at this and that. And a lot of people that didn't do well is because they just pick who they like.
yeah,
They didn't look at the number, they didn't
yeah.
do well. And then they're like, oh, why am I losing?
It's like a stock market. You need to look at the chart and
The worst part is if your player is injured, oh,
mm,
you're
yeah,
done.
it's
You're
very
done. Your
annoying.
team is done. You just
Yeah.
one player injured, your team is done. You can't get any points anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, playing game. I learn a lot from playing game.
Right?
Yeah,
What
like
like
communication skills and also strategy.
right,
Yeah,
yeah. Well, so
yeah.
that's how I actually that's how I learned my English mainly
Oh
from
wow,
game. Yeah, from
from
game.
games.
Yeah.
Which one did you play?
I play a lot of English game. I play like Final
Yeah.
Fantasy,
Oh
I used
yes.
to Dragon Age, so stuff that you have to read a lot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's more not that I learned all my English off that. It's more
Yeah.
like some some word or some vocabulary I learned from that, and the way something are phrased I learned from the game as well. And also because I didn't read book as often, so usually a lot of time game would be the way of me. um One is reading, and two is the stories. I get the story from games, because I like something that's a little bit more interactive.
That's a good way because you follow your curiosity
That's
and.
also how I learned from for school as well. So a lot back then when computer first getting popular,
Mhm.
there's a lot of educational games out there. So like my mom would uh buy me these like CDs that
Mhm.
play mathematic games. And I remember when I was younger, this is not a game. I was younger, my mom used to buy me this Chinese or Mandarin speaking science series called 10万个为什么.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
if you I don't know
Yeah,
if
I
you do
read
you
it
remember
when
that?
I was yeah.
Yeah,
I think
yes.
every children in China, they have that.
Yeah, I like my
Yeah,
mom brought it to me, and
yeah.
it's a cartoon, and then I loved it.
Yeah,
That's how I
yeah.
learned most of my science, and that's also
Ah,
why I'm so into science because of the series. And plus, my mom is a science teacher,
yeah, I
so
see.
yeah, so like I learned all this from like all this media. I didn't read as much.
That's so cool. So how many
Yeah,
language do you speak in Malaysia?
in Malaysia, I usually speak three because Cantonese is dialect, right? So we are not counting dialect as a language. So I speak English, Malay, and Chinese. And then Chinese itself, we have, you have Mandarin, you have
Cantonese, yeah.
Cantonese, you have Hokkien, and you have
Uh-huh.
Hakkas, all these different
Yeah.
dialects.
Oh
Yeah,
wow. You guys
yeah.
have such an advantage in international stage because you can speak, yeah, so many.
Well, it is in a sense that, I think because where I grew up is in Malaysia and Singapore as well. I didn't grow up in Singapore, but
Hmm.
I usually include Singapore in
Yeah.
the same umbrella. Is because we are good at adapting, mainly because we have so many different language that we speak day to day basis. Like we are
Yeah.
so if I go to London, all of a sudden I will have London accent. If I in US, I have American accent. Yeah, because it's like British and America, right? So like the 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 words they
Mm,
use are
yeah,
different.
true. Yeah. It's very
Yeah, because
different.
yeah, like for example, trash, right? In China, it's called 垃
Uh-huh.
圾, and then in Taiwan, they say 垃
乐色.
圾.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, right, yeah. I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah.
different
So
words.
yeah,
Yeah. It's like a
it's
football
different
and
word.
soccer
Yeah,
between
yeah,
UK and
yeah.
US. Yeah.
It's like fish and
Yeah.
chips,
Yeah.
like
Uh-huh.
fries.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
and here is fries. In
Yeah.
UK, it's
Chips,
chips.
yeah.
It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
it is a little bit different
Mhm.
there, but because Malaysia and Singapore, we consume so many different media from different countries, so like
Mm.
we are
Yeah.
able to adapt to many different accents. Let's call
So
it.
how's the traditional Chinese education in Malaysia? When you grew up, do you learn a lot of like what Confucius or Lao
See,
Tzu, Dao De Jing, this kind of thing?
I wish I learned those more. So
Yes.
in Malaysia, our education system is a little bit more straightforward. Not It's very different than Western educations.
Mm.
In Malaysia, so we just learn whatever on surface. So like we learn mathematics. When we learn Mandarin or Chinese,
Hmm.
we just learn like the grammar, the
Ah, I
vocabulary, and
see.
then
Yeah.
sometimes poem.
Mm.
Sometimes we do learn Confucius, and Confucius is 孔子, right? 孔子.
孔子, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. His English name is Johnny,
What?
right?
Why? Oh,
Yeah, because of 孔仲尼, right,
孔仲尼,
right,
yeah,
right. He's
John.
yeah, that's his real name, right?
Yeah,
仲尼is
孔仲尼. Yeah,
his
仲尼is his real
孔仲尼. Yes,
name. Oh
Johnny
my
Kong.
god. Sounds like
Yeah,
a
it's
rapper
unique.
now.
Yeah, it's like, yo, I'm
Yeah.
Johnny Kong. Yo, you have to treat other people as nice as how you other people treat you.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, cool.
So so we learn a little bit of Confucius. We typically learned the stories that like you would learn when you were younger.
Hmm.
Like one of the stories that I remember when I was younger is I think someone fell into a bucket, the way that full of water, and then the Confucius, when he was like really young, he used a stone and break the bucket, and then the
Ah, 司马光砸缸.
right, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Then when
yeah,
then when
yeah.
you
Uh-huh.
we people you guys probably learned when you guys were like, I would say 6 7 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think I learned in kindergarten
yeah,
or
right, right. So we
primary
learned in
school.
primary
Yeah,
school, which is like seven
yeah.
or 8 or 9.
Uh-huh.
So we our Mandarin or Chinese, we learn a little bit more fundamental stuff like
Hmm.
grammar, vocabulary, or some story, or like the 三字经, right?
Yeah, those three phrases.
三个
Yeah.
Oh, it's called three character classic.
Oh, okay. Three
Three
character.
character classics. It is
Yeah.
three character.
Yeah, it is.
So
人之初，
I
性本善.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
well. See, I don't think that's true anymore. I mean,
No,
sort of true. I think the first sentence is 人之初性本善, right? So it's
it means when people
when
born with kindness.
yeah, so people were
Yeah.
born in kindness,
Yeah.
which I think is true. But I don't remember what's the. Do you remember the whole phrase? Do you remember the
No,
whole?
I can't remember. I think it's required to recite the whole passage, but
Oh,
no.
really? In
Yeah,
in
yeah.
China?
In China, we
What?
recite a lot of poetry and yeah, the
Right.
articles. Yeah, but I can't remember.
Oh yeah. Do you? What is the famous poem? Is it Li Bai?
李白, yeah, 李白杜甫.
Right.
Yeah, BBC did a documentary about 杜甫,
Oh,
which is highly
really?
recommend. Yeah,
Oh,
I'll include the link to the
yeah.
show
You should.
notes.
Yeah, because I don't remember. I have to read Du Fu. I definitely remember Li Bai. Is it?
Yeah.
He's the one that did. 床前明月光. Is that
Yeah,
by Li
that's
Bai,
the
right?
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
classic
yeah.
one, the most classic one.
Classic one. Is that's why it's easy to remember. But a lot of long passenger like Chu
Oh
Yuan.
yeah, I
I don't
heard
know
of
if you heard
Qiyuan.
about him. He's one for the Chinese
Right.
dragon boating festival.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And yeah, he's the guy that killed himself so that he can feed the river, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's suicide. Yeah. So people use the traditional Chinese food called zongzi, which is like a rice ball. Then they throw it in the river so the fishes won't eat Qu Yuan's
So,
body.
okay, okay. Now I'm very curious. Do you remember the origin story? Was Qiyuan emperor or
No, he
politicians?
yeah, he's a politician, but yeah, the emperor. I think he there was two guys. One is Qu Yuan, and the other one they just say told the emperor Qu Yuan is a bad character. So Qu Yuan was like very upset, and then he killed
Right.
himself. Yeah, that's the origin story, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this and then what festival was that?
端午节,
Yeah,
yeah,
端午节. Yeah. So
yeah, but
so
we
it's
translate
a
like dragon boat festival because people
yeah.
do a race, dragon boat race.
The
Yeah,
the reason why there was Dragon Boat race is because people were on the boat looking for his body,
yeah,
right?
or just throw the rice ball to the
Yeah.
fishes, so
So
his
the
body
so the
will be.
yeah, so the
Yeah,
fish wouldn't eat the body, will eat
yeah.
the rice bowl. Yeah, but is that was it based on true story? Do you
No,
remember?
I
I
don't
can't
think so. I
remember.
think it's like a fairy tale because there are so many
Yeah, right,
mysteries. Yeah, yeah, and old stories that not make sense. It's just from
right,
people's
right,
word of
right.
mouth
Yeah,
from
yeah,
generation to generation because it
right.
sounds like
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. It's just like the Mid Autumn Festival, right? The Mid Autumn Festival.
Yeah, Mid Autumn Festival.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and what's it called the moon cake, right? It
yeah, we need to eat
yeah, the
moon
moon
cake.
cake.
Yeah.
The reason why there was moon cake is because they were trying to rebel something, and then they put like the secret message in the moon cake so the people would know. Do you know
Oh
about this?
no, I never heard about
Wait, do you know?
it.
Well, come on, you're Chinese. You should know about this. Yeah, because well, I mean the okay. So the fairy tale story of the Mooncake Festival was Chang'er Benyue, right? So it's
Yeah, 嫦娥奔月. Yeah, that's what I
all
know.
right.
Yeah.
So Chang'er Benyue is a story pretty much like Chang'er is this goddess became she didn't become the moon, but
Mhm.
she went to the moon for some reason. Do you remember why she went to the moon?
She married to someone, and she it's like Adam and Eve. Like Eve eat the apple, then
Right.
everything happened, and 嫦娥eat some pill, so she can become
Oh
a
yeah, because
goddess.
okay,
So she eat that. Then yeah.
right. I remember this now. I remember this now. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Whoever
There's
that
so many
think that's
different
wrong,
versions, so there's no one truth.
I remember. I think she was married to was it Qin Shi Wang? They were looking for the immortal pill, and then they found it, and then Chang'e ate it
Yeah.
because she didn't like the emperor, and then she became lighter and lighter, and
Yeah.
eventually she float to the moon. That's how
Uh-huh.
that's how Chang'e came to, and then somehow there's like mooncake involved and there's lantern involved. But I think the let me well there's Google right now, so I'm gonna
Yeah, I'm
Google
so
right now
curious
mooncake.
about all these old stories because I hardly remember
Yeah,
anything. I need to revisit.
yeah. So I think the origin story for mooncake was uh I can so according to this blog blog2.tutormain.com, according to her the mooncake so the rebel leader Zhu Yuanzhang, do you know, is that?
Zhuan is the first emperor of Ming
Yeah, so
Dynasty.
what happened is they will make all the mooncake, and then the each mooncake will contain a piece of paper saying kill the Mongols on the 15th of the 8th of the month.
Yeah, I'm just amazed by the 5,000 years history in China. So many stories, so many fascinating stories. That's why I want to write in English to tell some interesting stories to,
You should.
yeah, English
Yeah.
speaking countries.
Yeah, because wait, what's 5,000? including whatever before Emperor Qing does, or was it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, because Qing Shi Huang is the first emperor that burns all the book and unite the whole China.
yeah, and before him there's three dynasty, I think.
Okay.
Xia,
Oh right,
Shang, Zhou,
Xiaoshangzhou
yeah.
and then Qing.
So the first one is like use dragon as the
Oh
symbol of the
right, right.
emperor. That's why Chinese people
Dragon,
love
right, right.
dragon.
And then before Emperor Qin, there it was divided into seven countries, right? Qiguo.
Yeah, Qiguo. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before Emperor Qin, it was seven countries, even though they have all this you still have three different dynasty. And then
Yeah.
Qin Emperor Qin sort of burned all the book he wants to unite China. He burns all the book and sort of unite China in a way to bring all the culture together.
Yeah, it's called 焚书坑儒, which he burned all the Confucius books because
Right.
he doesn't believe.
Yeah, and also he kills a
Yeah,
bunch
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah,
Confucius
exactly.
person.
Because he
Yeah.
doesn't believe in Confucianism. He liked the another school of philosophy called
Oh,
法家.
wait,
Yeah,
really?
法家.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Mm.
Wait, that's the reason why he burned the books?
Yeah, according to history, that's the reason why. But
Oh.
you never know what real happened in history. Look at
Right,
all
right.
the
Yeah,
fake
because
news we are now having.
oh,
We don't
yeah,
even know
exactly.
what's going
I
on.
I felt like the history classes for two, I wouldn't say next generation, but I would say two generations from now, it's gonna be real confusing for them. It's like what's really
Yeah.
going on? Which is if I go to this Republic school, is that gonna be a misinformation? If I go to this Democrat school, is that gonna be all true? So who knows? Maybe down the line, each school has their own symbol. Like, oh, I'm a Republic school, I'm a Democrat school. I don't
Exactly.
know. You don't
Yeah.
know. It'll be something.
Yeah. Even in China, since the People's Republic China built established in 1949, there are so many different stories now.
Oh, that I didn't know. Do China has different school, as in like different school of thought for school for education system, or is it just
Yeah, we have because we have a 9 years complementary school for every children in China. So we need to learn all the textbooks
Mhm.
from the government. But you don't know,
Right?
are these books is it true? Or, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you don't know it's a
yeah. Well,
propaganda.
I
Oh
mean that's
yeah,
how
yeah. So
that's how you build
yeah.
patriotism, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like a
Patriotism
brainwashed.
is like
Yeah.
you start it from the young, just let them read whatever we tell them to read. Not in China alone, but like I assume a lot of countries does that too.
I think even in the UK, when I tell my English friends, have you heard about Opium War?
Oh,
鸦片战争?
right, right.
They never heard about it. It's such a
What?
big thing in
Yeah, in
China.
China, they
Yeah.
started it.
Yeah, so it's
Uh,
the war between British government and Chinese government, but
yeah,
they never heard about it.
yeah.
It's
The
lasting for 20 years.
yeah, the
Yeah,
whole reason why China the whole
why Qing dynasty
yeah
is
the
gone.
yeah that's the whole reason why Qing dynasty was going on. It's all because of the opium
Yeah,
provided by
exactly.
British government.
Yeah,
We're gonna
so
get cancelled. We're gonna get cancelled tomorrow.
cancel the British government.
They
Yeah,
cancel us.
so you can say that each country have their own history to tell.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and also
wow.
like history is told by the victor.
Yeah,
It,
so
it'll
you
be
don't
it'll
know.
be interesting to go to Germany and like ask, hey, have you heard about the Jewish encampment? Like the Holocaust. I wonder what they would say. I'm pretty sure
I think they
I don't know
probably
if they teach
teach
in school.
them in school because all my German friends they know the history and they
All right,
respect the facts. Yeah, but I
right,
don't know
but
what
how
how
much they
detailed.
learn,
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's the
how detailed they go
details?
into,
Yeah.
or maybe it's just like a one-page thing. Oh, Holocaust happened this day.
Exactly.
Bye.
It's like the
Who knows?
culture revolution when I learned in school. It's only like two sentences. There's a
Yeah.
culture revolution, but they didn't say how many people died.
That's
How
it.
do
Yeah.
they, yeah, kill the intellectuals? Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So like, like because Yeah, because it's like I said, it's wrote by the victor. Victor. Every time you read something, you find it weird. Just go
Yeah.
online and Google.
So have you found any major differences between the Chinese philosophy and the Western philosophy?
Well, I mean, I have to say, like, so, like this from what I find, and I'm not an expert in either of those. I just like to go with what I know. I can't say for everyone else. Okay, so Western philosophy is more towards finding the truth and finding human behavior, whereas Chinese philosophy it's more like self improvement. Like Confucius.
Mm,
One of the things that he said, it's a lot of people say like do those what they do onto you. So like you treat other people like how they treat you. But Confucius, I remember a story he told to his disciple, like you should treat people kind no matter how they treat you. I don't know if you remember the story. I also sort of do remember the story already. I think it was like three disciple, like one disciple is like, oh, I would treat people however I want to treat them. Second disciple is like, yeah,
yeah,
I will only treat them kind if they treat me kind. And then the third disciple is like,
yeah.
yeah, I would treat them kind no matter what. And then he's like, yeah, the
Mm,
disciple is right. So I felt like Eastern philosophy is more of self improvement, and Western improvement is all like it's more like, huh, why these people act this way?
mhm.
That's why they have all this, minimalism and all this ism for
Existentialism. Yeah.
yeah, existentialism and all this ism. It's all about how can they be happy. Whereas the one that I know of, the Eastern philosophy is what should I do to treat other people better. So, and also I was reading earlier this morning. It seems like Western
Mhm.
philosophy is more of an individualism, and Eastern philosophy is more as a group.
Yeah,
That's why, yeah,
collectivism.
collective. That's
Yeah.
why Confucius is more. It's all about like treat other people kind no matter
Mm.
what you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas Western is like, how can I be happy right now?
Yeah. I see. I remember you and James did one episode about the
Yeah,
absurdism.
yeah. That one I still
Yeah,
can't.
yeah. I
Yeah,
can't pronounce it right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still can't. One,
Absurdism. Yeah.
I can pronounce it.
Yeah.
Two is that I still can grasp what does it mean.
Uh-huh.
It's so absurd that I didn't even know what that
Yeah. I quite
means.
like Albert Camus. Yeah, his work. He
Right.
bring up this idea. Yeah.
For the big four philosophy in Western is Stoicism, existentialism,
Existentialism. Yeah.
nihilism, and absurdism, and it's all about how to make them happy.
Mm.
you know, yeah. So that's I think that's a different that I find at least I find
Yeah.
in my experience with other people between Chinese philosophy or Eastern philosophy and Western
Yeah.
philosophy.
So have you found any conflict? Because you grew up in a Chinese culture, now you live in a Western culture. Have you found any conflict and or you are happy?
Yeah, the
Mm.
biggest conflict that I find it's people here doesn't really respect authority.
Mm.
You know,
Which is a
in Asian
good
country,
thing.
I don't know. I don't know if it's good. I think it depends on scenario. It
Yes.
depends on the
Yeah.
situations. I think personally, I think like we grow up in Asia, we address our parents, mom and dad.
Hmm.
Yeah, people here they
Call
address.
their name.
Yeah, they call their names. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's your mom. Just call it mom. They're like, no, that's their name. But like, you have to respect them. You have to give them authority. So yeah, I think that's more. I for in that sense, I still hold towards our teaching, like the Asian teaching, is to respect authority.
Mm.
Yeah, if you have something to debate, yeah, you can debate, but you don't yell at them as if they are like your kid or someone
Mm.
younger than you. You you reason with them. You
Mm.
know, you reason with them. You respect the authority, and if they ask you to do something, you try to do it. If you can, you just give them a reason
Mm.
why you can do it. I think that's the biggest shock that I have
Mhm.
with Western culture.
That's interesting. So what's your plan
Yeah.
for this year for James Altucher Show and for yourself?
well, to create more show, to sort of self inject myself into the James Altucher Show.
Yeah, J show now.
Yeah, well, I already have the companion podcast with just me
Yeah, I
and
noticed
Nathan.
that.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
So
I'm like,
who is Nathan?
so
Yeah.
Nathan is our post production manager.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so like every time once we record everything, so my schedule is a little bit crazy. So sometimes we do three recording at the same time, and I can't record and edit
Oh
at the
my
same
god.
time. So I will record. We was always send it to Nathan, and Nathan will edit
Yeah.
them down and do some mixing and launch it on the platform, and then I will bring it back and I will do all the descriptions and all the artwork and all the title
Yeah,
myself.
I'm so looking
Mhm.
forward to listen to that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you listen to the latest episode with James and I talking about the U.S. citizenship. I don't know if you have
Oh
listened to
yeah,
that yet.
yeah. James you ask you a lot of
Yeah, yeah.
questions. Yeah,
Anything
yeah.
right?
I see. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, I didn't grow up here, so like a lot of time, I didn't really need to know the
No.
history. I mean, I guess it's
Yeah.
good to know some history. But a lot of time, I'm just better with history, and also I don't think U.S. history is as interesting as Chinese history.
I think United States got 200
Yeah,
years
but
history.
and
Yeah.
also Chinese history, not the recent one, like the old one, like back in Dynasty and whatever, because there's a lot of stuff that people integrate some mythical either creatures or mythical thinking or mythical thing in there, you know?
So many gods and goodness like
Yeah, yeah,
玉皇大帝
yeah,
and those,
yeah, and all
yeah,
the
yeah,
god.
even Monkey
Yeah,
King.
even Monkey King. Well, like even
Yeah,
the Dynasty Ching, the Qing Shi Wang, like the Moon Cake Festival
yeah.
has him in there. Like somehow like he's responsible for Chang'e to go to the moon. And then yeah, I just like those, and also Chinese, and also Chinese mythic Chinese
Methodology or
methodology is
yeah.
a little bit a little bit different too. It's more
Mm,
interesting. I felt like Chinese methodology, like
yeah.
they can everything can sort of come together and fit into this little literature called Journey to the West. You know,
Yeah, yeah. They
that's
got like
my that's
81 different like monsters or
is it eighty
devils.
one?
Yeah, because they need to go through the 81 difficulties. Then yeah.
Is it 81? I thought it's 88.
It's because it's like 九九八十一难.
Oh, right,
So
right, 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 right,
yeah,
right.
I
I think you're
think
right, right.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah. I
yeah.
think so.
And
I can't
also,
remember.
yeah, and also, like it's such a great literature. I think Monkey King or Journey to the West is such a great literature.
There's a game
Yeah, I
coming
know. I
up
saw that.
about the
Yeah,
yeah.
but that game is sort of set in the middle of the journey already. So you know how there's two different monkey in the Journey to the West.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a fake one.
Yeah, so there's that. Yeah, there's a real one. There's Sun Wukong,
Yes.
and then there's what's the name of the fake one?
叫六眼哦，六耳猕猴.
Yeah, yeah, Liu Miho. Yeah, because apparently he has 6 ears, and then yeah, he sort of became Monkey King for a little bit because he was the imposter
Uh-huh.
for a little bit, and then they found out. Yeah,
Okay. That's so
yeah. So
cool.
it was
Yeah.
set. Yeah, set during that time. I think.
Ah.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite literature. For whoever out there, people should go out and read the literature. I don't know if they have the. Do they have the English version of
I think
the
they are
Journey to the West?
they do have a lot of different translation version of Journey to
Right,
the West. Yeah.
right. They have to read
Yeah.
the original version though. That's the best one.
Yeah. Or do a make a cartoon or TV
Oh yeah,
shows. Yeah.
yeah,
It's gonna
yeah.
be a great story. It's very interesting. Yeah.
It is, and
Yeah.
the coolest thing is it combined all the mythical, all the
Mm.
goddess and god.
Yeah. So many goals there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So last question. What gets you most excited about the future?
Let me see. Let me see. I can pull up the schedule right now and see who we have recorded. One guest I kind of interested about is Michael Dell. So Michael Dell is the founder of Dell Computer. Yeah, he came on.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he came on, and
Yes.
then the episode is interesting. You know, talk about his origin story,
Oh.
and also talk about what he predict in the future.
Oh wow.
Yeah, what he predict what he predict the technology would be in the future that he really excited about. Let me see who else. I think we have a lot. Oh, we have Robert. We're gonna have Robert Greene on again.
Oh wow. He's one of my favorite writers. Yeah.
Yeah, You're gonna have him on again,
Yeah.
and Chuck Palahniuk is coming on again.
Who is Chang?
Chuck Palahniuk,
Oh.
he wrote the Fight Club
Oh my god. Yeah, he did one episode with James before.
with
Yeah.
James. Yep, he's gonna come on
And
again.
last year, because James want to invite him for the IG Lab, but
Yeah,
there's some technical
yeah. There's
issue.
that technical issue that
That's
he
your
can't
fault.
come. That is not my
Nah,
fault. I would say
I was
that's not my
kidding.
fault. It's
Yeah.
easy. He can just join. Yeah, but
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah,
That's
that one's
great.
really interesting,
Yeah.
and we have Stephen Collar coming on again soon too
Mm.
as
Oh
well.
wow.
Yeah,
I'll definitely
yeah. So we
download
have
and
some.
listen. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have
Yeah.
some big interesting guests coming on.
Cool. It's such a pleasure to talk to you again, and I just need to reread a lot of Chinese books. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about
Yeah.
reading them. I'm like, nah, it's fine. We'll do fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have to say, like, two big, not philosophy, but two big Chinese verb or Chinese phrase that I live by the whole time I'm here is one is it's called 附近长短, right? Did I say it right?
卧薪尝胆.
Washing Changdan.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Holy
Yeah.
shit. It's been too long since I say that word. And the other one is
塞翁失马，
塞翁失马
失马，
焉知
焉
yeah 焉
知
焉知
非福. Yeah.
非福.
Can you explain
Yeah.
that in English? Can you tell the
All right. The
story?
first one, 附近
卧
is it called 附近长
卧薪
卧井长短?
尝胆. Yeah.
卧薪尝胆 is I think the story is the emperor
月.
lost it.
嗯
Yeah, Emperor Yue lost his kingdom during a war or whatever, and they fought it back. They retrieved the emperor, and then they rebuilt the whole kingdom and all that stuff. They were prosperous for the longest time, but somehow he still lived on this. Every night he would sleep on this bed that's made out of a
嗯
bunch of like twigs and branches, and then every time he woke up, taste he would taste the
呃
what's done in English? Is it
Yeah,
a,
some golden.
a
It tastes very
dungeon or
bitter.
some sort of organ inside of
Yeah.
organ inside? It tastes bitter. So the moral of the story is no matter how well off you are, you always have to make yourself a little bit uncomfortable
Yeah.
so you can remember what you've been through and you can keep
Mhm.
improving. And that's one of the one that I always live by. And the other one is 塞翁之马，焉知非福. The stories go 塞翁, is that his name or is it
Yeah,
just
it's a Sai. So it's an old man called Sai. Weng
yeah?
means
So
like old man.
oh man,
Yeah.
okay. So this
Yeah.
old man Sai has this philosophy. This story is every time, like so that the story practically talk about when he lost his horse. So when he's lost
Mhm.
his horse, he was happy, but I can't remember why he's happy. Do you remember why he was happy?
People all think, oh, you lost a horse, you're such a pity guy. But something happened because of his losing his horse. He doesn't need to go to war or something like that.
Right. Oh yeah, yeah. Because he doesn't go to war. Yeah. So what happened is the moral of the story is if you lost something, if you miss some opportunity or something, you can be upset, but you shouldn't be. You can be grieving, but you shouldn't be upset for too long because usually something good would happen after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I always live by. So
Mm.
like when I got let go in a studio, I'm like, ah shit, blah blah blah. And then I found another studio, which is Sit Sound Studio, and then I found James, and then I sort of kick off my career part. Yeah, so 下翁之马，燕之非福 is
Yeah.
probably one of the one that I always live by.
You never know what's
Yeah,
going to happen
you
in the
never know the
future.
future.
Maybe
Yeah,
something great
yeah.
will
So like,
happen.
don't
Yeah.
always look down. Or when something is broken or whatever, don't always be sad. Maybe something even
Yeah.
better will come along.
True. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
Great ending. Thank you, Jay. Always pleasure talking to you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always fun to talk to someone just with the same culture.
Uh-huh.
I haven't speak Mandarin for the longest time. The last time I spoke Mandarin is when I was speaking with you. That's it. That was last year. That was last year.
Really? Oh my god, you don't have Chinese friends around in
It's
New
locked
York?
down. We can't go out.
Oh,
Yeah, and also
okay.
like most of
Oh,
my Chinese friends,
wow.
they either move back to Malaysia or they live pretty
Ah,
far from me.
yes.
So yeah, I haven't
Yeah,
speak
I
Mandarin
see.
for a long
Okay.
time.
Yeah. let's do another a Mandarin
Oh yeah.
podcast in the near future. Yeah, let you practice. Yeah,
Yeah, I will make sure I watch a lot of the TVB show, or I watch a lot
yeah,
of the
learn it. Yeah,
CCTV show.
yeah.
Yeah, so or especially those about like Monkey King,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
Journey to
yeah.
the West one.
That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
But
cool.
yeah, thank you so much for having me on. I really
Thank
appreciate it.
you. Yeah, we'll catch up soon. Bye.